everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Bears going up against the Vikings. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are indeed at the beautiful state-of-the-art U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Eddie Goldman's everything you want in a defensive tackle. A run stopper who can move upfield and rush the passer.
Second down, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. To throw is Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And Brenza's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And a look at the defense now. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league. And we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. And I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Out out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Jameis now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be first down Vikings. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. On second down, Winston again. And he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Jameis to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
550. Ready, Sonic, ready, ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things are pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
3rd and goal. Winston. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Their big tight end from 6 yards away. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Third down and 3.
Let's go. No, Jack. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
First down, Winston. And he fires one incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down.
Ready? Blue way. Flip it, flip it, flip it. 550, 550.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Ready? Blue way. White, 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 white. Easy, easy, easy.
On play action, Winston. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will story. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down now after the pass completion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out here in the eye.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Set, blue, landing. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And And they'll go on the ground. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here comes the D swarming to the line. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go. Let's go. 319. 319. Over. Gone. All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Leopard.
And they'll run it here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Marty.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down, just 1 yard to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go now. Green.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out here in the I. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Easy, 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 easy. Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Second down following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Jameis to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And one of the gunners made some contact with a returner there, and that's going to be a penalty every time.
And they have to call it because the punt returner is defenseless at that point. He's looking for the football coming down from the sky. You have to protect him.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Ready, ready.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So a loss of 5. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, partner, you might want to tear up your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a 1st down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Brins' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shalik Calhoun in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just ball back, so special.